Depression is frozen fear. In the small matters, trust the mind. In the large ones, the heart. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. Experience teaches us that the world is not a nursery. The more perfect a person is on the outside, the more demons they have on the inside. How bold one gets when one is sure of being loved. Most people do not really want freedom because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. Time spent with cats is never wasted. Love and work are the cornerstones of our humanness. Maturity is the ability to postpone gratification. A father's death is the most important event, the more heartbreaking and poignant loss in a man's life. Three of life's most important areas: work, love, and taking responsibility. The first indication of stupidity is a complete lack of shame. Friendship is an art of keeping distance, while love is an art of intimacy. We must begin to love in order not to fall ill. Before you diagnose yourself with depression or low self-esteem, make sure that you're not surrounded by fools. A husband is almost always only a substitute for a beloved man, and not by this man himself. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. A tolerant attitude towards life remains the first duty of all living beings. A man never refuses anything, he simply replaces one pleasure with another. If you want your wife to listen to you, then talk to another woman. She will be all ears. The goal of all life is death. Flowers are restful to look at. They have neither emotions nor conflicts. Envy is destructive. We are what we are because we have been what we have been. Sadism is all right in its place, but it should be directed to proper ends. If you can't do it, give up. Not all men are worthy of love. When inspiration does not come to me, I go halfway to meet it. The task of making people happy did not form part of the plan of creation. Civilization began the first time. An angry person cast a word instead of a rock. The voice of reason is small, but very persistent. Writers write for fame, wealth, power, and the love of women. Children are completely egoistic. They feel their needs intensely and strive ruthlessly to satisfy them. The sexual life of adult women is a dark continent for psychology. A woman should soften, not weaken a man. Neurosis is the inability to bear uncertainty. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. Everywhere I go, I find a poet has been there before me. I cannot think of any need in childhood as strong as the need for a father's protection. We live in a very strange time, and note with surprise that progress is keeping pace with barbarism. Two hallmarks of a healthy life are the abilities to love and to work. Each requires imagination. It is human nature to value and desire above all that he cannot achieve. The great question I still cannot answer, despite my 30-year study of the female soul, is, what does a woman want? Who lacks sex speaks about sex. Hungry talks about food. A person who has no money, about money, and our oligarchs and bankers talk about morality. Anxiety in children is originally nothing other than an expression of the fact they are feeling the loss of the person they love. Nothing happens by chance. Everything has a root cause. The mind is like an iceberg. It floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water. How courageous and self-confident is one who becomes convinced that they love him. If there are quarrels between the parents or if their marriage is unhappy, the ground will be prepared in their children for the severest predisposition to a disturbance of sexual development or to neurotic illness.